Hey guys, I'm Time Itself, and in this video I want to take on one of the more hated parts of Modern Warfare 3, death streaks. Somewhere between Call of Duty being a noob-stomping game in pubs and an all-inclusive FPS, death streaks were born. At this point they're here to stay, right, after, at least for Infinity Ward's Modern Warfare series. And the basic functionality, well, we really can't expect it to change. They're not going to take them out. And they're not going to change what they do as far as I can tell. It's wishful thinking on my part, even if that's kind of what I'd like to do. So, well, we're going to take a step back and actually try to make some suggestions that I think would help and might actually get implemented. Well, let's start with the easy one. If there's one thing video games have taught me, it's that the solution to almost every problem involves hitting something, stabbing something, shooting something, or making something explode. Like, those are your methods of solving problems. So you get something like Dead Man's Hand, where the solution suddenly isn't keep shooting. Yeah, that's a major game changer, I'd say. So after you've won the gunfight, the enemy falls to the ground, and either when they pull the trigger or they get killed finally, they cause a massive explosion. And they get credit for any kills it causes, the so-called no-skill multi-kill. That's right, you pull off the Javelin glitch from Modern Warfare 2 as a result of getting killed a whole bunch. It requires absolutely no one to be there. You don't have to do anything, you just have to run around and die. In fact, if you don't want to run around, that's probably optional too. In my mind, this is worse than the Javelin bug from Modern Warfare 2. Now, the Javelin bug, it was obvious if the guy was trying to use it. He was running around not shooting with the Javelin out. You knew at least what you were trying to do in order to deal with it. Dead Man's Hand? No, you don't know until they're on the ground, and it's probably too late in a lot of cases. Well, think about what they do in survival mode. Bright orange jumpsuits. Can you think about the orange jumpsuit of shame for having Dead Man's Hand equipped? Ah, we can hope, couldn't we? And when the guy finally goes down, there's a nice red blinking light. It's not even like the little blinker on the C4. It's a You need to stay away from this thing because it's going to explode. And there's a nice polite timer that gives you plenty of time to move away. And yeah, Dead Man's Hand? No. It's almost impossible to tell it apart from Last Stand. I mean, the C4, it's hard to tell, and if you're using iron sights, you're not going to notice. Okay, so Infinity Ward, here's what I want. You know how you have the painkiller icon, the juggernaut icon, the flak vest icon, the blast shield icon, when a person takes damage, to tell you you need to do more damage? How about we get a final stand icon and a Dead Man's Hand icon? That would help a lot. And can I get some kind of red blinking light that's obvious enough that I'm going to notice it before I just keep shooting the guy that I think drop shotted me? And blow myself up with him, and he gets credit for the, yeah, like survival mode style, the ground lights up red, stay away from this. I think that would be a really good start. Okay, and finally, we need to address the issue of whose damage it is and who gets credit for the kills. Now, my serious problem here is that it's basically possible to team kill your teammates when you're trying to pick up that kill. Now, if you knew that you weren't going to get credit towards a point streak for picking up someone who'd fallen in the Last Stand or Dead Man's Hand, it might make them less tempting to shoot. But now, if you shoot the guy who's in Dead Man's Hand, you'll kill your teammates who are next to him who may have had the good sense to stop shooting, although I really haven't encountered anyone who had that much clairvoyance to know not to shoot the guy on the ground. Years and years of conditioning. It's a hard habit to shake. So, here's my suggestion, and I can't believe I'm using Black Ops RC car as a compromise here that I think would be an improvement. The damage from the explosion of Dead Man's Hand shouldn't affect the teammates of the person who shot the guy in Dead Man's Hand. So that's like the RC car. If you shoot the RC car next at your feet when your teammates are there with you, it'll only kill you, even if the guy whose RC car it was gets credit for the kill. It means that you can't team kill with it, basically. Would that be a decent compromise? At least we could, get that far that I could not team kill just because I accidentally, did that thing that I'm supposed to do in the shooter games. Well, that was my productive suggestion for the day. I'm going to go back to complaining, but I'll do it in another video. So, my suggestions were, I'm going to summarize this, show us an icon for Final Stand and Dead Man's Hand, and for Dead Man's Hand, show us some light on the ground and make it obvious that we need to stay away from this idiot who keeps dying, and change who the damage belongs to so that it's not possible to team kill. Yeah, simple enough. So, we'll wrap this up. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you later.